My parents were raised during the Depression and my dad was in World War II, so they had an extremely big effect on me because there was no entitlement. You worked for everything you had. And the other thing I think my parents impressed upon me was you always need to give back to your community and help others. You know, no matter how little you have, there's somebody else who has less. My journey to University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point is interesting because I didn't go there straight out of high school. I had three family members actually go to the university, and from a small town, Tomahawk, Wisconsin, in northern Wisconsin, and I thought, boy, I want to go to a big city. So I started college at a larger university in the southern part of the state. And unfortunately, my mother was diagnosed with lung cancer and receiving most of her treatments in Marshfield. And I transferred to University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point. And honest to God, it was one of the best schools I've attended, and also closer to family that way. Well, I really enjoyed my time at Stevens Point. I think my favorite memory is that I was able to take voice lessons. You know, I was a medical technology and chemistry were definitely my studies, but I was able to take voice lessons. But I remember being home one weekend visiting my father and getting the phone call, and it says, "Would you want to be in the madrigal choir?" And I said, I just couldn't believe it, and yes, and just joining that group, and we had long rehearsals and put on the madrigal event at University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point, and that was a lot of fun.
She is an unbelievable vocalist, and I think she should have to sing her acceptance speech. The very first time my family heard her sing, I knew she'd always go off to choir practice, and that she told me in her earlier years she took vocal lessons. And the very first time we heard her sing was at a church celebration. And my children looked down at me and they go, "Wow, Mom, she is more talented than you."
I met Laura Nelson about 10 years ago. I had long known that she was a really wonderful physician taking care of patients in northern Wisconsin. But I got to know her when she was selected to serve as the division medical director for Marshfield Clinic. Through that period of time, I also came to get to know her more as an individual and learned that she grew up in the small community of Tomahawk and knew that her father or family ran a local grocery store. And I could see those local community values kind of resonating in her.
Believe it or not, for all my work at the clinic and being around there, I didn't meet Laura until she became a student of mine. When she joined our program, I recognized right away that here is talent, both clinical and managerial and leadership. And she turned out to meet every one of my expectations.
She stands out because of her integrity, because of the respect that she shows. She's just a very high-quality listener and does not respond never in a negative fashion. So you can be in a business meeting with her, and even if she would disagree with you, she'll still feel okay coming out of that meeting. So she listens before she acts. And when she does act, she's able to share her experience and her intellect in a compassionate, respectful manner.
My core philosophy my whole life, I think that my parents instilled in me, is always be credible, you know, walk the talk, be honest. Be honest so you can sleep at night. And I think the other thing is I really try every day is to treat people the way I would want to be treated. You know, always respect people. And I think that's the core philosophy that I've had my whole life, and certainly as a leader with this organization.
She is firm but fair. She has a good grasp of management and leadership. She knows what it's all about. She has the academic background. She has the experience. And to mold that into one person is no small task.
She's the kind of person that you can relate to, that it's a sense of together in the leadership model. She's not the type of leader who I would describe as a command and control type model. She very much takes the time to listen.
First of all, there is no other person that I know on this planet that's more deserving of this type of award. And I'm truly honored to be her friend and to share in this special moment with her and her family. And I want to thank you, Laura, for all the compassion that you have shared with so many people.
It's been said that to have a distinguished life, you need to have families, friends, faith, a satisfying job, and the ability to make a difference in people's lives. And Laura, you've got the whole package there.
This award is a huge honor. I'm humbled. There's certainly a lot of people who have graduated from University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point who have done great things, and it's a great university, but this is definitely an honor, and I'm proud to call University of Wisconsin-Stevens Point my alma mater.